their war room subscription, join the war room. 2 or 3 years later, they're at the meetups, they're here, and they're driving a Lambo. Yeah, it's truly beautiful. It's truly beautiful. I'm the only one with the Bugatti so far.
They can't join it. The Bugatti has to stay at their house.
There's people in the war room richer than me,
okay,
but they're perhaps a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, but, they like to move under the radar.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite.
Yeah. So we were talking about people who got rich relatively quickly. A lot of those people are people who were into crypto.
Yep.
What do you think about cryptocurrency? Are you invested? Because a lot of people, they got rich of doing it, but I feel like to a certain extent, like, yeah, okay, they put in money, it got like whatever, like times 100x, but still you think that, okay, if it's so easy, how come people today are still not investing in it? So like, I don't know, what do you think about cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so I'm a proponent of crypto. I do use crypto, Bitcoin, ETH, the big ones.
Okay.
I think that chasing crypto pumps is now over. The bull run's over. The stupid money is gone. Most people don't understand about crypto that it's person versus person. I see they launch these coins and then they start a Telegram community. And then if you go in the community, if you get in the community, everyone's like, yeah, we're all in this together. No, you're not.
No.
You're not in this together. If you're buying or if you're selling, if you buy crypto at $1 and then you sell it at $10, someone bought it off you at $10.
Yeah. Probably in that same Telegram.
Probably in the same Telegram group. So you're literally stealing money from the other people in your community, the other people who believe in the project. You're stealing money from them. It's player versus player. They start these stupid communities so all of you sit there and don't dump so that the developer can dump.
Yeah.
You're all dummies.
All of you guys.
You're all dummies.
Yeah.
It's player versus player. And a lot of the dumb money is now gone. People who were stupid, who believed in all this
They
crap,
learned their lesson.
they've lost all their money.
Yeah.
So now the only people left in crypto is just smart money, and that's very, very hard to steal, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the idea of chasing a pump right now is very foolish.
Yeah.
I also think that one of the detrimental things about crypto is that it recently made people a bunch of money. Yeah, sure. In the last 2 to 3 years, or 6 months, 9 months, whatever it was, the bull run. But the people who made money with crypto didn't learn any real skills. They didn't learn sales. They didn't learn marketing. They didn't learn management. Didn't learn how to deal with stress. Didn't learn how to grow a company. Didn't learn how to deal with taxes.
They didn't struggle.
They didn't learn anything. They didn't struggle.
Yeah.
There was no pain. They bought a coin. They watched it go up. Now they tell the world how smart they are. They think they're a genius. They think they're too good to work, these people. Nah, I'm too smart to work. You don't understand. I know crypto. I bought this coin. My friend, every single coin went up. You're not a genius. Everything went up. All of them went up. You could have bought anything. Yeah, you were in the right place at the right time. You made a little bit of money, but you've learned absolutely zero. And unfortunately, if you have money but no lessons and you're still a dummy, that money's not going to last long, and you're going to lose it. And the world we live in now is also hyper expensive. Like, you make a couple $100,000 and you think you're rich.
You lose 20% the same day.
Bro, like, the amount of money you need nowadays to be considered rich is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was with Dan Bilzerian a couple weeks ago, and I was telling him how quickly my life has changed. I used to go to a holiday for a week with 500, 600 pounds, right, for the week.
Yeah.
When Dan messaged me and said, hey, let's hang out, he was in France, I was in Romania. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I had some cars in Germany I had trucked over to wait for me there because the roads are nice. I organized my jet from Bucharest to France. I needed a security team to come with me. I hired the security team to come with me. I like to use my Romanian guys, so we had to get a bigger jet to accommodate them. By the time we jetted in with the security team, picked up the cars, everybody, 6 or 7 people needed 5-star hotel rooms. Everybody ate food. I sat and had a meeting with Dan. I took the cars for a spin around the mountains, went to a spa a little bit, jumped back on the jet with the entire security team, put the cars back on a truck to Germany and flew home. So by the time I had a 3-hour meeting with a friend, it cost me $400,000.
Oh my goodness.
That's how expensive the world is at the top.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there and you've made $200,000 on a crypto pump, and you think, oh yeah, I'm rich. You are a brokey, and you haven't even learned any lessons. You're a dummy. So I think crypto's bad for kids because it has a whole bunch of kids out here thinking they don't need to work hard, they don't need to dedicate themselves, they don't need to learn important lessons. They can just chase a pump and win the lottery, and it ain't gonna happen. That's whether you lose all their money. So that's the bad thing about crypto, and that's why I'll sit here right now and do a plug and say join the real world instead, and join Hustlers University instead, and learn real lessons that you can apply to anything, so you'll never be broke, and have a real network like the War Room, so you can never be broke. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes to $1 million or zero. I'll make money either way. I'll make money either way. Because I have skills, and not by day trading, not by that. I'm just going to know things other people don't know before they know them. I'm just going to have opportunities identified and presented to me before other people have them. And it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes down to zero or it goes up to $10 million a coin. Either way, I'm going to make insanely large sums of money because of my network and because I'm respected and because I know important people. And that's the problem with these crypto kids. They have none of that.
Yeah. So I have a question. You have a lot of strengths. What would you say are some of your biggest strengths and like some of your biggest skills, some of your biggest weaknesses as Andrew Tate?
As Andrew Tate. I'd like to think I'm pretty all encompassing when it comes to strengths, and I've made sure of that. My father had a saying, which is now my saying, as I'm the oldest Tate. My unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes me a feared opponent in the realm of human endeavor. And I stand by that. I do like to believe I'm a feared opponent in the realm of human endeavor. If someone were to come up to you and say, you have to have a skateboarding competition, but don't worry, the guy you're skateboarding against can't skateboard. You'd be like, cool. And then I turned up. Part of you would be like, shit. Even though I can't even skateboard. But part of you would be like, Tate.
Tate, this guy.
Yeah, not this guy. You know, I'm just that guy.
He's pretty good.
I'm just that guy I'm just good at stuff.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to compete against me at anything. So I'm good at everything. My weaknesses, I've strongly analyzed my weaknesses.
Yeah.
In fact, I've sat around with friends of mine and with people who I care about dearly and who care about me back and said, if I had to hurt me, how would I do it? If I decided to do damage to me in my life, how would I do it? Where are my weaknesses? It's been analyzed and talked about and discussed at length.
Because you need to do that reflection.
You have to know. Most people don't do that.
No.
Most people don't say, if someone wanted to ruin my life, how would they ruin it?
Yeah.
So I know all of my weaknesses. I know all my weak points. Obviously, I defend and guard them the best you can, but obviously not everything can be completely defended and guarded. I know what they are. I'm not going to advertise them to the feral psychopaths of Earth.
Okay.
But I think in terms of how difficult a target on Earth is, I'm certainly one of the top hardest people on Earth to damage, whether emotionally, psychologically, physically, etc. I'm extremely difficult to damage because I live a reality in which I'm very conscious of these things, paranoid perhaps, and I'm hard to get to. Most men, you can just steal his girlfriend. Most men, you just steal his chick. You steal his chick or just run up on him when he goes to the chicken chip shop. And most men are so easy to hurt. Most men you can just lie about in the media, matrix attack them, and they'll have a mental breakdown. Most men are so absolutely not mentally
They'll say sorry.
They'll cry. I did none of that stuff, right? Most men, you can just message his girl. You can just get a famous guy with a blue tick to message his girl, and bam, before you know it, she's in his bed talking about how that man. Like, most men are absolutely not easy to hurt.
They're controlled by all their emotions.
Completely.
But how do you detach yourself from your emotions?
It's not about detaching yourself from your emotions. I feel every single emotion. It's just about using them all in a positive direction.
Yeah.
If I feel extremely happy and excited, I'm going to use that as motivation or energy to do amazing things and do good and work hard. If I feel absolutely depressed and distraught, I'm going to use that as endless energy and motivation to do amazing things and work hard. It doesn't matter what you give me. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be converted and transferred. It doesn't matter what fuel you give me. If you give me diesel, petrol, kerosene, vodka, doesn't matter what you put inside of my engine.
Hard work is going to come out.
Absolutely.
Success.
That's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
That's all I know how to do. It doesn't matter what fuel you put in my engine. My engine only knows how to do one thing, and that is succeed. That's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you feed me with. I'm going to be massively successful regardless.
Yeah.
It doesn't change me.
Yeah. What's the exact definition of top G? Top G, top striker.
Yeah. A top G is a man.
I want to put it in the dictionary.
Yeah, that's a good idea. A top G is a man of impeccable perspicacity and sheer indefatigability who's a feared opponent.
In any realm of human endeavor.
Correct.
That's a top G.
That's a top G.
The first one was your dad.
He was the original top G, the OG. Yeah, and I'm now the oldest Tate. I have the same name as him. So Andrew Tate II is gone. Andrew Tate III is here. And there'll be a day when Andrew Tate IV is fighting the Matrix. This is the beauty of life.
I have a question.
Destiny and lineage.
It's a bit sensitive, but I mean, I heard in a video you spoke about it during the time of your father, God rest his soul, his funeral.
Yep.
You I think at that time you had some work going on.
Yep.
And maybe you could relay that story and.
Yep. Yeah, so I missed my father's funeral because I just moved to Romania. I had just invested every single penny I had in this enterprise. I was now the oldest man alive in the Tate family. I had to look after my mother and my siblings and take care of people. I had to make a choice. Do I fly back to America and spend money and time and go to this funeral and, waste a few weeks? Or do I sit here and just focus on this enterprise and make sure that it cannot fail? And we talked earlier about speed. Most people go, it's only 2 weeks. It's only a week. It's only a week. People who say it's only a week are the people who are broke.
They don't value time.
That's the reason you're all poor, because you say it's only a week. So, it's tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it later. It's only an hour. It's only a day. It's only a minute. You are competing against people like me. You do not waste a second. So I had to make a decision. And I decided that as the oldest man in the family, it's more important that I achieve financial stability for all of us than to go and pay respects to my father and his funeral, because I paid respect to him every single day of his life, and I pay respect to his memory every single day now, and I pay respect to him by being monumentally successful. The reason my father is talked about and discussed at length is because of the absolutely amazing son I have become. I am keeping him alive forever by working so hard, by becoming so unique and individual and fantastic and humble. The world asks me about my upbringings, and then my father's memory is kept alive. So I know I made the right decision, and I know he's happy with the decision I made. A lot of people would have gotten emotional and decided, I had to go to the funeral, and had a breakdown and went to the funeral and been sad, etc., etc.
You did what your dad thought would
I did what I was taught to do, which is perform.